Pregnant women of Reddit, what is something you wish you knew before you got pregnant?
Nosebleeds. Not currently pregnant, but when I got nosebleeds every few days during the first and second trimesters.
From my mom, I paralyzed her from the waist down for a few hours, because I decided to take a nap on her spinal cord in the third trimester. The doctor's response was, yeah, you'll be able to move again once they wake up. Pregnancy is pure body horror.
Your body produces a hormone called relaxin that helps loosen your pelvis in preparation for birth. Some women get waayyy too much too soon, and it loosens everything to the point you lose mobility, and every day all day is painful. Also, your body pushes so hard during birth you can feel yourself shit your own asshole out.
I wish someone would have warned me about the constipation. Corollary, I wish someone would have warned me that fiber supplement does not equal stool softener. Today, we're at 26 weeks gestation.
During labor, the water breaking is not one rush of liquid. It's continuous and can occur for several hours. It's horrendous and messy and incredibly awful to deal with. It feels like peeing, but you have zero control over anything, and if you tense up then everything is much more painful and weird feeling. Nobody ever told me that, and I was very surprised to find out for myself.
I wish someone had told me that no, your body does not magically go back to normal once the baby is out. You have weeks of healing, either your ripped vagina or cut open stomach, your boobs are still on baby mode, and have a whole new set of problems now. Pooping will be terrifying, lol. Depression risks are higher, just a lot of stuff continues on after the baby. I don't know why people insist on visiting right after delivery. I am tired, I am busy with this baby, I am tore up from the floor up. Please come in a month when I can at least have some sort of a routine.
How I'd get loads of random skin changes. Skin tags, so many skin tags. Moles growing into skin tags then dropping off, like WTF body sandpaper dry skin, which I still get from time to time. Just this one patch on the back of my right hand, my facial skin changing from T-zone oily to T-zone flaky and never going back. My psoriasis on my scalp going away. This did come back, but not as bad hair, so you stop shedding hair whilst pregnant and you get really thick lovely hair. A few weeks after birth you start to lose all that extra hair. Literally handfuls will come out in the shower and it's really freaky.
The stuff that stays with your body afterwards. I developed allergies after I had my second. My feet definitely got bigger. Hormones are no joke.
Hair loss. After I had my kid I lost a ton of hair. I would pull fists full of hair during my showers. I thought there was something wrong with me because no one told me about this. Went to Google, totally normal, and it happens to everyone. It grows back eventually and you'll go through an awkward baby hair phase.
Not currently pregnant, but I wish someone had warned me about muscle cramps. I had to learn a new way to pop my ankles because every night I would pop them and get massive Charlie horses in my legs that my fiancé had to massage out.
Miscarriage is ridiculously common. I say this as someone currently carrying a dead baby waiting for the NHS to give me a surgical removal.
That morning sickness isn't in the morning. And that I would be puking the whole time, not just in the beginning. Edited to add, not currently pregnant, just had horrible sickness that I will never forget, and was eventually diagnosed with hyperemesis.
That cravings aren't just food. I craved dirt, particularly beach sand. The smell of the beach was excruciating, I just wanted to shovel handfuls into my mouth. I never ate dirt or sand and the craving went away when baby was born. A friend of a friend told me she craved freshly poured asphalt, so in a way I'm glad my craving was just dirt. Edit, my top comment is about wanting to eat dirt. Cool. I know it's called pica and a deficiency. I took iron and a prenatal, however I had a super hard time eating after the morning sickness wore off. Had no desire to eat whatsoever. Except dirt.
The sickest joke of all. You stop being able to sleep way before the baby gets here. Everyone loves to tell me to sleep now while I can, but pregnancy leads to unexplained insomnia and I'm a total wreck already.
My fucking boobs hurt so bad. I hit one in my sleep and woke up in excruciating pain. Like, WTF. I knew they got bigger, but the pain was a surprise.
How tired you can be in the first trimester. I was falling asleep at my desk most days. I always hear that labor pains were like really awful period cramps. Nope. Mine felt like someone was stabbing the front of my hip. And I had heard about sciatic pain, but was 100% unprepared for how bad it could be. I had a C-section and the gas pain was no joke. Had to sleep on an incline for days. Edit, spelling.
That not all gynecologists are competent. And if you have a feeling yours isn't, find a new one. Mine was very personable, did my DNC for my miscarriage before my firstborn, didn't really give me any red flags until after I was pregnant again. Long story short, he forgot, I guess, to have me tested for gestational diabetes, and I had it. There were obvious signs that he didn't catch, that I didn't even know were signs until my new doctor told me. My son ended up having to be in NICU for 3 days after he was born because he couldn't regulate his own blood sugar. Every doctor and nurse I talked to along the way was appalled I hadn't gotten tested. He also didn't catch that I was anemic the whole pregnancy either. Thank God we're all healthy and happy now, but looking back I should have changed doctors.
Each pregnancy is different, even with the same person. I have 3 kids. The first pregnancy was very typical and followed the normal timeline. Second pregnancy was awful. I was miserable and sick the entire time. Third pregnancy was easy peasy and I finally understood why some women liked being pregnant.
I wish I'd heard the term mother's apron before I had one. Like, there's warnings all over, your body's going to change, and some specifics on how, but everything I read and heard was reassuring me about how it would all mostly go back eventually. I'm still pretty bitter.
Your hormones are crazy, literally making anything and everything that happens to your body a pregnancy symptom. Bloody nose? Pregnancy. Hands dry? Pregnancy. Itchy skin? Pregnancy. Pregnancy is the wild fucking west, y'all.
That everyone has an opinion on what you do whilst pregnant and how you want to raise your child.
Baby kicks don't feel like butterflies. They feel like something crawled across your skin quickly, but from the inside.
That no matter how much you planned and wanted your baby, postpartum depression can happen to you, and it is very, very real. It is not something you can control. Hormones are liars. Partners of new moms, please pay close attention. Get help. Do not try to tough it out. Get help. Edit, not currently pregnant. I went through it with my first almost 24 years ago, and I'm still haunted by it. I just want new parents and potential new parents to be aware. Please don't be ashamed. It doesn't mean you don't love your baby, and it doesn't mean you aren't a good parent. Best to all. Edit number 2. A lot of people sent me messages. I am not ignoring you, but I can't see them. It says I have 25 messages, but they aren't there. Sorry.
No one ever told me about the third delivery, aka your first poop. I was struggling for so long. Edit, my first awards. Thank you, people. Never thought talking about poop would get me awards. Edit 2, for all asking. The first delivery is the baby, second is the placenta, and the third is the poo.
This entire thread is great birth control.
Bread causes heartburn. During the later stages I lived off boiled potatoes and fruit only.
Lokia, it's basically the biggest period ever as your body expels the leftovers from carrying a baby, and it can go on for weeks. I will never forget being told that I might pass clots as big as a tennis ball, and that was normal. So gross. Also, babies in the womb can have hiccups. Hiccups are weird enough when they're your own, it's bizarre to feel someone else's.
Every pregnancy is different. This means some pregnant women can work out, hike, do their normal stuff just a little slower most of their pregnancy. Then there are some women who throw up the whole time, and they are weak and tired, and just standing up takes time and effort. I was the latter, expecting at the same time as another in the former, and I was constantly compared and judged. Working out is healthy for you and the baby. If so and so can do it, so can you.
Sorry to be the Debbie Downer, but knowing things can go wrong in any situation. My first child was stillborn at 41 weeks after a healthy and normal pregnancy from an umbilical cord accident. Always trust your gut, count kicks, and advocate for you and your baby's health.
You can do everything right and have an easy pregnancy, but baby is born prematurely. The kicker is you may never get a reason as to why, obligatory not pregnant, but mom who had a baby in the NICU for over a month, edit, my first award. Thank you kind friend.